Sony has once again taken the mirrorless world by storm. The brand new Sony A7V has finally been unveiled, and its first impressions are nothing short of revolutionary. From a massive 44MP sensor to next-gen AI smarts, this camera is no longer just an incremental upgrade. It's a leap forward in photography and videography technology. If you're a content creator, hybrid shooter, filmmaker, or even a die-hard Sony fan, this camera will demand your attention. And with a new price tag that undercuts expectations, the A7V could easily become one of the most important mirrorless cameras of 2025. Welcome to my channel Tech Launch. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the new tech updates. Let's dive deep into the top features, real-world performance, new AI capabilities, and our early verdict on whether this is the full-frame camera to beat this year. Let's start with what's inside, the newly designed 44-megapixel BSI CMOS sensor. This sensor strikes the perfect balance between resolution, speed, and dynamic range. Unlike the 61MP A7V, which targets ultra-high-resolution shooters, and the 24MP A7IV, which caters to general users, the A7V aims directly at hybrid shooters who need both detail and speed. At 44MP, it delivers incredible sharpness for large prints, cropping flexibility for wildlife or sports, native 4K and oversampled 6.2K video, better noise performance than higher-res sensors. Add to that the 15 stops of dynamic range and improved low-light performance, and you're looking at a sensor that competes with the best in the business, including medium format options in some scenarios. Sony's latest imaging innovation isn't just about megapixels, it's about intelligence. The A7V introduces a dedicated AI processing unit, similar to what we saw in the Sony A7RV and Sony A9 III, but now more refined. Advanced subject recognition. The camera doesn't just track eyes or faces, it now recognizes birds, insects, vehicles, airplanes, animals, and even human pose estimation, e.g., differentiating between a person running versus walking. Improved autofocus tracking. The real-time tracking is jaw-droppingly accurate. Even in crowded or fast-moving environments, the A7V locks on like a pro. Better white balance and scene detection. The AI reads scenes more intelligently to determine accurate white balance, color rendering, and lighting corrections in real time. Eye autofocus that works in the dark. Yes, it's that powerful. Even in extremely low light conditions, AI-assisted IAF works flawlessly on both humans and animals. In real-world use, these upgrades translate to less missed shots, faster response times, and greater creative freedom. The Sony A7V is clearly designed with hybrid shooters and videographers in mind. While it's not an FX or cinema line camera, it borrows heavily from Sony's professional video DNA. 6.2K oversampled 4K video, up to 60 frames per second. The sensor oversamples the full 6.2K readout into crisp, ultra-detailed 4K footage. 10-bit 4:2:2 internal recording, professional-grade color flexibility for post-production. All-intra and long GOP codecs, options for both high-quality and file-efficient workflows. Acinetone and S-Log3 profiles, for that rich cinematic look straight out of the camera. Active cooling system. Borrowed from the FX30,